It is me again. Your favorite streamer, Criken. As you can hear, my voice is doing very well today. Just because it takes me a while to type. Is no indication of my state of well-being. So tonight we will use the mouthpiece of Commander Tomato again. Rise, Tomato, rise and serve your hive queen. He didn't pick up. This is awkward.
Fucking robot says 7:30 it says, and then it's your 10 minutes early while I'm still finishing my fucking tea. Very cool, Mr. Crickbot, very cool.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he goes, trying to type to me.
Criken said, "Don't worry, Tomato."
Hang on, I have to turn back on the text-to-speech.
Criken said, "Now I've optimized my typing speed."
Scared by some creep in a Discord channel after the fact because I was reading the
Criken
Discord
said,
and then
"Check
some
out how
fucking
fast
meme
I can
got
type."
blasted in my ear in text-to-speech
Criken
voice
said, "Look."
at 4 a.m.
Criken
so
said,
turn
"At."
back on
Criken said this.
the thing. Okay, I can hear you now. Now I've optimized.
Criken said, "Hello."
Check out how fast I can type. Look at this hello. I mean, I don't know if hello is a very good
Criken said, "I can even curse now." Criken said, "Poop."
poop. That's not, I don't think that's even.
Criken said, "Poopy."
Is that a curse word? Poopy?
Criken said, "Shit."
Oh, God. Okay. I mean, if you,
Criken said, "Tomato is quiet."
I'm as loud as I physically can be, and honestly, I don't think my voice can go much louder today.
Criken said, "Then I will turn you up."
You should turn me up.
Criken said, "They're there." Criken said, "Pats Tomato head."
Don't fucking touch me with your weird robot synthetic hands.
Criken said, "Okay."
God, this is a
Criken
weird
said,
tea.
"Cries."
Robots can't cry. You're a Borg. You're like a.
Criken said, "Yakug hide me."
You coot height. Yeah, you gotta. If you're gonna
Criken
be
said,
typing.
"Yak caught me."
Yeah, I assumed we'd be cutting out a lot of the issues with your programming if you had to mentally type everything, but it seems like it's just gonna be your real illiteracy, your robotic illiteracy is just gonna be showing instead.
Criken said, "You can be a real jerk sometimes, you know."
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm about to die, so we're both about to die. We're both on our last legs. This is gonna be a
Criken
nice
said,
old
"True."
end of the line stream where both of us keel over
Criken said welcome to our last stream
This is the
everyone.
last one. For both of us. Criken physically can no
Criken said
longer
wave
make
goodbye.
mouth sounds. And there's I got like a gaping hole in my throat. There's just like a hole. It's like an open, like I just got this hole, goes all the way through the back of
Criken
my
said
spine.
I got a really nice tea in front of me too.
Same. Same.
Criken said what you got in yours, pal?
It's just green tea with some honey. And I actually brought the entire honey bottle, the whole bottle.
Criken said I got lemon ginger honey.
I think I had lemon something last night, but it goes away too quick. I mean, in the middle of this session, I may have to be like, "Hey, be right back," and go get more, cause yeah, I feel like I desperately.
Criken
Like,
said that's totally fine.
This is the only time I've talked all day. Like, I didn't even. I knew better than to stream today, and this is the first time I've actually spoke, and I can already feel the crust in my voice slowly killing me. So I'm gonna need all the tea I can get. I'm going to have to literally go through the entire goddamn stockpile.
Criken said when I got food today I whispered to the cashier.
And then you were promptly thrown in jail because that's a little creepy, isn't it?
Criken said and they were a little freaked out.
Yep. Yeah.
Criken said but I cannot help it.
You just gotta get one of those like
Criken said I am death.
There's like a translate. There's like an app that you can get on phones that lets you like translate. Like text to speech is for you. You could just pretend you were foreign. You didn't know any better, so you like typed a translation into your phone. You could just type in like really broken English to them, and the phone would set it.
Criken said yes, hello, I am a foreign.
Yeah, and then you just sort of give them that like that like a fucking like shit-eating grin, and then they remember that they've seen you here like every day because you always eat at like the same you always eat at the same fucking restaurant literally every day. And they'd be like, you've been here, you come here every day.
Criken said, speaking of restaurant.
Speaking of restaurant.
Criken said, let's play the game, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah. That good old.
Criken said, where we eat our enemies.
Man, these are.
Criken said that was the segue.
These segues are rough when you have to literally type it. That was a long
Criken
segue.
said, look, there's the game.
I mean, I can't see it. You guys show it to me. Hold up. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Criken said, achoo.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh man, what even happened last time? We lost everything. We violently lost everything we had. We built up an army, and they crushed us, didn't they? They destroyed us. Okay, how do we fix that?
Criken said yes.
Okay, two. Which one of you am I talking to?
Criken said last time we ran all our soldiers into a fight. Criken said and only 2 made it out.
Okay,
Criken said we even lost Zach.
I didn't like Zach, if I'm gonna be honest.
Criken said I loved Zach.
I hated him. And he actually, he doesn't tip at restaurants. Did you know that, Zach? Every single time he'd like go out to eat after like a big day of, destroying the other species of this beautiful planet.
Criken said, oh what?
He doesn't tip. He never tipped once. He said, I don't do it.
Criken said that's fucked.
And then he pulled out his wallet and he actually started melting and eating.
Criken said, fuck Zach.
The money in his wallet because he's a bug and he eats things like through melting it. He just started eating them and he's like, I don't tip.
Criken said, well, never mind then. Criken said, no big loss.
Yeah, I don't really know what Zach honestly did in the gameplay perspective either. Sort of like one of those like silly, oh, he's got a name, so they made him more expensive to handle. We can just get a bunch of dragonflies or whatever and just sort of cope our losses that way.
Criken said, okay.
Okay.
Criken said thank you to Paradox Interactive for providing this early copy of the game. Criken said end ad read.
Oh, isn't that bad? For what you were typing,
Criken
I
said
thought
now
you were...
let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
Criken said for the HIVE Queen. Criken
HIVE
said
Queen.
HIVE Queen.
HIVE Queen. Okay, well, we need to get more units, and last I checked, it took us the entire session last time to get
Criken
one
said
new
we
unit.
need a new army.
So, yeah, I think we got a lot
Criken
of...
said like
I
Bayayayan.
think we can, like, sort of, you know, gun and turn and just, you know, mass produce an army, because last I checked, we actually never made one new unit. We just, like, tried, and it took the entire night to do, so... Maybe we should just avoid getting into fights for a little bit and just, you know, do whatever we can to, get our team back together. Yeah, reallocate all of our precious bug guys to work in the bio pit, creating more bio bugs.
Criken said I'm assembling a team.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do we have any new
Wounded
units?
soldiers
'Cause-
can now
Ooh.
scavenge medical nutrients from infected enemy bodies using biomatter repurposing. This xenoplague variant can transform organic material into sustenance. Even the flavor is programmable. So bon appetit. Dr. Ava Maringa.
Thank
lead
you, Ava.
geneticist for
Weird
Terratech Advanced
final
Research.
sentence to add there. Little bit. Thanks, Ava. The biomatter thing. Hey, how do we infect someone with xenoplague? Anyways, because I remember we seems like that's like our thing, and I don't remember a single time seeing anyone ever sick via our xenoplague. Once.
Criken said we need happiness for our bug citizens.
They need to be happy. Buy them like a
Criken said
gift
then
card.
we will infect the world.
At what? Man. Since when? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I forgot we got these genies
Criken
now.
said look at this Zen ass crab.
Yeah, we definitely wanted one of these like Zen genie crabs on the team. The new team.
Criken said I like the genie bugs.
Yeah, I do too. We should definitely grab one of those, have them on the teams. They might be the edge we need. Are we expanding even more? Are we bloating the civilization? Because last time we did that, we got attacked by dragons.
Criken said I'm a greedy bug.
We got attacked by dragons last time we did that, and then we lost our entire army. So maybe don't expend...
Criken said
any
yes.
further. Yeah. Maybe we stick with these
Criken said all of this is true.
And we just sort of, like, you know, internally bloat.
Criken said but here we are.
Yeah? I mean, here we are. I mean, that is true. All I'm saying is that if
Criken
you
said
lose...
can't build an empire without baking a few eggs.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta bake those eggs. It is true, but if you lose those 3 eggs you got right there in the oven right now, in the toaster oven, obviously we toast eggs here in bug country, toast them. If you lose those 3 toasted eggs, we're fucking dead. I think that's all we have in our whole army. And it looks like there are 2 armies close enough to just like walk up to you and kill you. Yes, the tea is almost all gone already. Oh god. Oh god. Paragon faction demand. Cosmite is of finite quantity.
Criken
of
said
rarity.
we getting shook up.
Even for the Paragon. Who the fuck are the what is Cosmite? I don't know if they're...
Criken said these guys want our blue balls.
Oh, do we use the blue balls? What do we use our blue balls for? Where
Criken
are
said
they?
I'm not sure.
Where's even, like, did they just call us and they're like, you better give us
Criken said I think maybe some equipment.
Well, but I mean, like, are they the guys like north of us, or is it just like we just got like a fucking weird phone call on like the like the radio
Criken
was
said,
like,
do quest instead.
you better give us the balls, or we're gonna send some fucking shit your way. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to interpret that.
Criken said, let's just buy for time and do a quest.
Yeah, let's just like do whatever. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, that was easy. We did it.
Criken said, we did it, hypers.
Man, how did we do that so easy? Did we like... That's weird.
Criken said, I think that was a different quest.
Oh, well, hey, we got like a guy, like a fucking guy from that. Oh, they're more like zombies, huh?
Criken said, zombie gunners. Criken said, big pop.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like get excited over them. They don't even have shoes. Those guys look like they suck.
Criken said, one shoe frowning face with open mouth.
Yeah, they look like they're just like, we got like half of it. It looks like we got ripped off. We got like half of a unit. Well, the army is growing. Hey, that's like almost enough to...
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer.
Criken said, oh my god.
Dollar Smith.
Are we
Deneb
finally
Colony
unlocking
Mayor.
the ability to get like caravan bugs?
Criken said, we never learned to make a colonizer.
Yeah, we've
Criken
just been
said, until right now.
We've been sort of just like wandering around. I mean, to be fair, we actually haven't gone through many turns in this game because almost every single fight we got into like 18 fights a turn. So like, we're actually not that far in. I don't think the colonizer was like, we've been going pretty much as fast as we could, weren't we?
Criken said, thank you SGT Rorschach for the subs.
You want me to
Criken said, sorry tomato.
You want me to just thank people for you?
Criken said, this is the only way I can.
We're gonna be here all day.
Criken said, yes.
Thank you,
Criken said,
Emperor
thanks.
Dubus for resubscribing for 32 months. Yeah, let's do that to save.
Criken said, now this
typing
is a
time.
tomato stream.
Yeah.
Criken said, everyone subscribe to tomato.
Make sure if you're subscribing to one, you also subscribe to me, or I'm gonna get fucking mad and I'm gonna send you a letter. Okay, well we got caravan guy. How do we make one of those? I'm not sure if we exactly should if we're getting, you know, military, but might as well put it in the queue.
Thanks for subscribing.
Ice Boyo,
Criken's
thank you for
Twitch.
resubscribing with Twitch Prime for 13 months. Ice Boyo. Well, with the caravan, with the bug train going on.
Criken said, I wanna pick a fight again.
You already want to get into a fight? We barely even like healed up from the last fight. Remember what happened to Zach last time we picked a fight? He exploded. Zach exploded.
It's a done deal, dirtbag.
Criken said, fuck Zach, he never tipped.
You're right, he did never tip. And that sucks. What a shitty guy. To Caffeine, thanks for gifting a sub.
I release you from
Angle
the
Des,
black
thanks for
hole.
the prime. Oh yeah. Hey, we still don't know how to get people sick with the plague, right? We've never figured that out. I feel like we need to like figure that out. Because I don't think we've ever gotten to a single fight where I've seen like someone go like once.
Criken said, it's true.
Yeah.
Criken said, let me look into that.
So I feel like that's our entire species like ability, and I don't know how to do it. Oh. Did we just Stick it on them? Really? We forgot to put it on them. Okay, well, great. Okay, we never brought the plague with us anywhere. Yeah. Are we going through all of our income attaching these to everyone though? Because it looks like that like costs you...
Criken said yes.
Okay, well hey, at least this army is gonna be very
Criken
sick.
said oh well.
Let's start. Now let's do enough fighting. Let's see how this does for us. This might give us an edge. This might help us out a little.
Pods are a convenient way to carry chemicals to untouched
Criken
areas.
said pod.
The only downside to the delivery mechanism is that children tend to ingest them. Dr.
Okay.
Q. Tullwork, Xenocorp Innovation.
Criken said oh fuck.
Is that like a fucking joke? Was that like a?
Criken said we feed these to kids.
Was that like a reference? Okay, well, whatever.
With this plague,
Criken said yeah that's it.
With this plague,
Criken said the pods do it.
the pods do it, and we attach the plague. We spend all of our money to give everyone the pods, and then we just chuck it at people. I guess it's like an ability we do or something. Oh, look at that! You can even give it to the zombies. We could probably buy them new shoes, honestly.
Criken said big pod.
Thanks for the 100 bits, gag tooth. Oh, it's time. Oh, you are expanding so far, we're fucking doomed. Who is this? How are you this far? We
Criken
only
said
have...
do we want to live in nuclear fallout?
Does that bother us? I mean, I don't know what bothers a bug. Like,
Criken said I don't know we're bugs.
Do we live under the ground, or like is this gonna be like a problem later on?
Criken said let's do it.
Okay, you know what? Whatever. I don't see any of our guys getting, upset
Criken
right
said
now.
I don't believe in regrets.
It's because we're programmed to. But hey, it's whatever. This gives us dominance of the mountains to the south. Aside from Dynamo Mountain to the other side south. We don't have dominance over that one yet.
Criken said that feel when my chat prefers Crikebot voice to normal Criken voice.
Well, I mean that's because they lack like any sort of concept of object permanence whatsoever, or voice permanence. And the second that Criken didn't show up on stream for more than like, a day and a half, they completely forgot who you were, what you were. This is all they know. It's like when it's like when a parent shaves their beard and their baby doesn't recognize them anymore because they got like fucking weird normal face now. So like the baby freaks out, or when you get like a haircut and your like dog doesn't recognize you because now you got like short hair,
Criken said my chat is dog and they have forgotta.
My dog forgets me whenever I
Criken
word.
said remember me chat. Criken said I used to make you food.
Never fed you guys once. Do remember that. Do remember that. If you remember anything. My dog...
Criken said the fuck.
Sorry, man. It's true.
Criken said Drac wants to join us.
Drac? Yeah, I mean, how much does he cost? We have a lot of...
Criken said right after we fully recruited our army.
I mean, do we have space? We have a lot of zap points. We can fit...
Criken
Drac.
said where were you DRAK? Criken said when Zach. Criken said die.
Drac tips. Let him in. No, it's actually funny though. Whenever I wear jeans, my dog actually forgets who I am to this day. For some reason, it's like my dog only knows how to identify me based on my pant selection of the day. It's really weird.
Criken said, is that why you always wear the same pants?
Yep.
Criken said, when I see you.
Well, that's also because you're like the same way, you know. Like if I don't wear the same clothes all the time, you'll
Criken
actually
said,
like,
get dragged, punk.
you'll like attack me like a rabid animal because you won't recognize me. So I always gotta wear the same stuff. Don't want you to forget who I am, you know. Who the fuck is Robin again? This fucking guy.
Criken said, non-aggers Zion Pact.
Non-aggressive.
Criken said, how we feelin', boys?
I don't know who these. I don't like have enough of like an idea of any of the diplomatic shit in our area at all. I mean, I guess non-aggression works out in our favor. But I don't exactly know where they are or what their deal is. You know, anything about them whatsoever. And I don't think bugs have to follow the rules. I need you to get into a fight so we can test out that crazy fucking, you know, stink grenade, yeah?
Criken said, sir, yes, sir.
Also, why do we have roads? I don't know, I guess I just expected that we wouldn't have such clean roads as bugs. I thought we'd use, like, tunnels. But we got, like, really neat infrastructure. I'm actually really impressed. Alright, here we go. Here we go. How do we activate the bioplague? God, here comes chat white knighting fucking bugs. In a video game. God, look at you guys. Pathetic. Well, how do we hit these guys with the gross plague we made? Bring in our bugs. There it is, the plague pods. I'm actually curious to see how our
Criken said, I
genie-
like Ghost Bug.
Yeah, I want to know how the genie's gonna perform in that fight. He's got like a... Oh, he's got like a health link thing. No, my tea. My tea. The wells run dry. All that I have left
Criken said, damn dude.
is a bottle of honey.
Criken said, Drac has a hate mail attack.
Focused hate. God, how do you like feel that? How do you like... do they like just feel that someone's being mean to them from like behind? Like they just like stop, there's a disturbance, and then their head explodes because someone like Drac thought too mean at them? Man, psychic energy is cool.
Criken said, goddamn AoE.
Man, we do, We get hit a lot now, huh? We don't really. I don't. I feel like at some point, I feel like Zach might have been, you know, an important part of the, you know, team now as we get deeper into this.
Operations ready.
Hang on, I have to delete a message in chat. Sorry.
Criken said, well, let's put the hurt back on them.
Gotta get rid of that one. Yeah, let's send it right back at them. Crikebot. Oh, look at that fucking move. Are any of these guys sick? Oh, that guy looks sick. Now let's kill him. Yeah. Yeah. Psi rifle. It's like the equivalent of pretending to shoot a gun at someone and then it still hits them. And hurts them. I like the idea of that, actually. Look at that fucking wizard go. What if we... Hang on, I got an incredible strategic idea. What if we get like 18 of those guys, we make them perfect, a hexahedron, like a perfect shape, and they all buff each other in a circle and make a black hole.
Enemy destroyed. Enemy destroyed.
See that guy.
I release you from the black hole.
Oh my god, nice aim. How do they miss 2 hits? How do they hit 2 and then miss the last one?
Enemy destroyed.
In controlled bursts. Whenever this fight's over. Wow, we got a heal on that guy, huh?
Yes, my gatekeeper!
Hey, thanks, Imbafestor, for the resubscription for 10 months. Koi. Thanks for resubscribing for 9.
Enemy annihilated.
Sorry, but you're not getting any.
Enemies of the
I'm
HIVE
not
have been
scrolling up.
defeated.
You've lost your chance.
Criken said we bopped them.
Nice bug.
Criken said bugs are best.
Bugs are pretty tough. I mean, it was either that or we played like the weird, like meatball looking guys, and I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't have pulled the same weight that you know, the Xenoplay does. Whatever it did.
Criken said yo look.
Oh, that's us.
Criken said we got a little plague boy.
Do we move it? Do we take it to those dragons and get them the sick?
Criken said he birthed from the corpses.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't believe we haven't been using that this whole time. Have we just been like fucking up? I feel like we
Criken
needed
said
to
I'm
be
so
doing
happy.
that.
Criken said he's my little moi.
My little moi. Yeah. Oh, look at that thing. now we just need to kill everything with those infected pods, and then we spread our little boys everywhere. We send them across. We send them beyond the horizon to find new worlds to live in, and then they can go to
Criken
college
said exactly.
after they get real jobs.
Criken said we colonize this world with our little boys.
Yep. Yeah, we send them out. What the fuck was that? What is that spiky castle? See that thing? Down. What is it? Spatial rift. Yeah, let's stay away from that. That looks horrible.
In
Nice. Careful with it.
Criken said more fights.
We're heading pretty far away from where. I mean, I guess we need to. Because
Criken
these are
said
all,
let's
like,
fights.
These are like all fucking barbarians that'll never go away. Like, I want us to go get that mental factory thing dealt with, but like, I feel like we have to kill these. Do we dare
Criken
see
said
how?
oof.
Do we dare
Criken
see?
said they're a little strong.
Wait, no, they're not. They're like, you have.
Criken said but 2 dragons.
Yeah, you have 1,300.
Criken said we fuck dragons.
They only have 800. You should kill them instantly. Eventually, we need to see how.
Criken said let's fuck dragons.
You can. I'll hang out. And also, think about it like this. One of these days, we're gonna have to see how auto resolves could work. Because one day we're gonna be too inconvenienced to really test out, to really send these boys into combat manually. We're gonna have to know. We're gonna have to know how cruel this system truly is. Because not all auto resolves are the same. At least the dragons will die pretty much instantly. Are they already sick? They look like they're already sick. Yeah, they're like oozing green. Claiming the high ground on those fucking dragons. Oh my god, look at those boys.
Criken said come my little boys.
Wow, look at them. Look at them go.
Criken said I want 1 tomato.
You want like, well, you want to like keep one like a pet?
Criken said can we adopt a little plague boy?
No, they have plague in the name. We can't adopt them.
Criken said okay.
Yeah, no, it's filthy. Wow. Those things look like they got the plague. You made a mistake. Oh. Those lightning, those guys are pretty scary. The zap guys.
Criken said our little boys.
Yeah, you gotta go send those guys in. Ooh, well, the dragon, he's gonna die.
Operations ready.
Hey, at least dragons are the worst thing ever. Have we ever seen the dragons attack? One single time?
subscribing!
Criken said good nibble. Criken
Solid
said
nibbles.
proud of you.
I mean, what when are these guys gonna be? These guys, we better get some more of those fucking tentacle, you know, boys from like when these guys die, right? We should be getting one of those every time, right? I think that's the rule. That's the rule. These guys are sick as shit. Oh my god, how do you
Criken
miss
said
with the
that's the
soul
rule.
spear? How do you miss with the soul spear? That's like the fucking best move in your entire arsenal, and you miss with soul spear.
Enemy down.
Wow. There they go again. Solid
Enemy
those
down.
dragons.
Enemy destroyed.
Criken said little aboes.
Yeah, boys, now.
Enemy down.
Yeah, that's gonna be the play.
The enemies of the Hive have been defeated.
A sci-fish unit? You could get one. You could get that unit. You could, or you could flush it down the toilet.
Criken said I kinda want a fish.
I don't know if you're responsible enough to take care of one.
Criken said or we cut it open for sushi.
I think it's up to you.
Criken said it has the ability impregnate.
It's a tier 3. Wow, yeah, that also looks like a siren, all right. Was that a Metroid? That like brain. It's got that like 4 brain.
Criken said oh fuck. Criken said read their thing.
Walking with the sci-fish can be quite maddening. Beware its tentacles. They're not for shaking hands. A diplomat I knew tried diplomacy to create friendly understanding with a siren. The siren concurred. The man extended his arm in friendship. The siren whipped out its piercing tentacles. Poor guy panicked, running around the room screaming too much. Finally, his face exploded. Out popped a sci-fish chrysalis. Understanding achieved. As enlightening as that journey may be, I don't fancy my face exploding. Just saying, ew. Nothing against the sci-fish other than the face exploding thing. That was a very casual, you know, biography there. Little lore tidbit, pretty casual. The impregnate move. You gotta get the spray. Oh man, now you can't even learn how to drive.
Criken said brain bug.
It's time to expand our empire before we die. Do we not have enough resources?
I'm feeling generous.
Oh, these are already occupied sectors, so we can't use it here. But that place, Brown Fells, I bet we could use.
An inferior military force can easily destroy a superior one if the soldiers in the superior force are weakened by illness. The only trick is picking them off with your rifle as they reel over in pain from the plague. Corporal Bergen Vort, Plague Division.
What a weird division. What a strange military division for any infrastructure to have. Does he work with us? Because he sounded like people, not a bug person. Well, Destroyer mutation sounds pretty good. In 12 turns.
Operations available for priming.
Criken said LOL, I forgot about this guy.
Was that Drek? The guy who showed up late? Man, I don't give a shit about Drek.
Criken said I built a random melee guy.
Oh. Yeah, we probably have like 8 more guys we'd spit out of that town, don't we? Is that Bio Grenadiers? Tainted Transcendent. Man. Those are some. We got some options. Parasite Host.
Criken said these were our custom classes. Criken said that we modded.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now we can just make them whenever. We don't have to like reapply the mods again.
Criken said yeah. Criken said I'm starting to get this now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get it too.
Criken said bug playstyle is definitely my thing.
There we go. Did he do it?
Criken said bug had a bunch of machines in him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's still doing it. I guess it takes a little bit to finish his work. This better be this barbarian group's like fucking camp. Like this better be over. It's time. No, we should have auto-resolved. We need to know.
Criken said we about to bop. Criken said okay fine.
Now we're here in the game.
Criken said combat is just fun.
Yeah, but at some point we need to know how the auto-resolve treats us, if it's nice or not. And what if one of these guys has an explode move? What then?
Criken said look at fish dude.
Wow. When do we get to make
Criken said she's so pretty.
When do we get to make someone's face explode with them? That's my question. I'd like to explode the face.
Criken said oh my god yes. Criken said let's impregnate.
Okay, let's do it.
Don't have the kitty.
Well, this should be a wash, more or less, given what I saw from the attack power differences. We about to lose a troop? The easiest fight of our entire life, or is that?
Constellation's ready.
Is that about to happen? Crackbot.
Enemy down.
Criken said he's disposable.
That's not for you to decide as a family. There's a bug wife and bug kids. He was just about to get a bug raise so he could send his kids to bug college. And you're saying he's disposable. Please, Tomato, they just call it college. Stop being insensitive. How would... You don't know anything about bug culture. I'll have you know. My uncle is a bug. He's a bug. Alright, so maybe I know a thing or two that maybe you don't know. Chat. Yeah. This has been a long, should have been a complete, absolute, total, destroying of the enemy almost instantly fight going on right now. This has taken a little bit of a long time, actually.
Criken said I'm still learning strategy pouting face.
Taking you about 10 hours now to kill 4 units with 8 of them.
High five.
Oh, my head! Is it running? It looks like it's running.
Criken said impregnate. Criken said impregnate. Criken said impregant.
Pomegranate.
Criken said, damn it.
Just like get them. Just make their. I don't even think they have a face to like put the fish, you know?
Enemy destroyed.
Wow, you.
Our forces are victorious.
That's so brave of you. Whatever unit of ours should be done cooking now that we spent about 80,000 years fighting those two. There better not be another bandit for the next 80, or so turns. No. I think that was the last of them. Oh wait, there's more right there. Cool. Very good.
Criken said the hive flourishes.
I mean, I've been sort of the mind that we're sort of operating on like a, well, it's not failing like the hive. Like we're sort of just coasting along. We're not really doomed, but we're sort of also simultaneously not. I mean, half these places that we have here aren't even really our towns. They're like forward operating bases, right? We should probably not.
Criken said true.
We probably should put a forward operating base on Skypiercer and send another colony bug out instead, so we can actually.
Criken said we're gonna save up and make more colonists.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Criken said spread the good word of Hive Queen.
God, Hive Queen's so cool. I love Jessica. She's very strong. Also, I think I need to get more tea soon because I'm already out and my throat is starting to die. What's happening to me? Why are we dying?
Criken said go for it, brother.
What happened to us? How'd this happen to me? Why did it
Criken
happen
said
to me?
he'll hold down the hive.
I get why it happened to you, but why is it happening to me? I haven't done anything. I've just been like doing normal stuff and I'm dying. I got old. I'm not that old. Oh God, I am old. Oh God. I'm like 22 or something. I don't even remember. God, I'm withering away. I have to replace my body parts with MP3 players like the Zune, things that will never age, things that'll last forever. I have to replace my biological parts with something that won't age, like the Zune. Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh yeah, that's right. I could replace my body parts with I could get a bunch of bugs, take off my arm, and just put a bunch of bugs there, and I could become the bug guy. Just get some bugs, put them where the parts used to be, and just sort of like over time make myself a bug person.
Criken said sometimes I wish I was bug.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, like, I just, like, you got...
Criken said then imagine how much legs I would have.
Yeah.
Criken said like 6.
I mean, that one, I feel like that's a lot of, like, that's a lot of, like, maintenance dealing with that many extra parts. I gotta worry about moving. I already struggle. I mean, I've seen you already struggle with 2 legs, let's be honest. You struggle to, like, handle your motor functions with, like, 2 legs dangling around there. So
Criken said whoa.
I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
Criken said not true.
I've heard stories of you tumbling like almost everywhere you go.
Criken said that happened once.
Yeah, and it was very well documented. And the other 18 times that you thought weren't well documented, I documented very well and put on my blog.
Criken said crying face.
Criken does another tumble, LOL. Yep, look it up, it's real. It's my blog.
Criken said crying face, stop please crying face.
Hey. All I'm saying is that if you have 6 of those things, you're just gonna be like fucking rolling down the road like a tumbleweed. Alright?
Criken said go get your tea.
No,
Criken said bully.
I think I got a lot of momentum right now. As soon as the momentum dies down, I'll go get some tea. Let's talk about your gross bug legs you're gonna get. Alright? Alright?
Criken said I'm gonna fuck this guy from a mountain.
Do you get like an advantage from the mountain? This is your chance.
Criken said I don't know.
If the other army
Criken
doesn't
said
join,
but sounds cool.
I think you got pretty good. How do we make a forward operating base like a base? Like what's the like requirement to make it a real home? Because we got all these like trash bases around the place.
Criken said more colonists.
Yeah, I mean, but like you brought a colonist to one of them.
Criken said which we get from food.
God, it's always about more.
Criken said no, I mean population.
We always need more food. The hunger. Wow. This one's
Criken
gonna
said
be-
oh boy.
This one's gonna be a quote unquote.
Criken said 1000 power.
Yeah, but 1500 power on your end. This shouldn't be any harder than any of the fights you did last night. Aside from the one that you lost.
Criken said let's just not lose any good boys. Criken said oh shit. Criken said city fight.
Oh, gotta be careful. Yeah, they have an actual mech.
Criken
like
said
they-
that's fucking cheating.
Looks like they got like a Zoid up there. Like a Zoid or something, or like a Droidica. One or the other, like up there. I see it with its guns on my smaller monitor because I have to have your fucking chat open. Your Discord
Criken said
chat.
okay, hey, race the options.
Okay.
Criken said we can go into Overwatch and wait for them to come to us. Criken said or we try to pick them off with AoE.
I mean, do we have any of the boys? Are we out of boys right now? Because I'm gonna be honest, and this might sound cruel. It's sort of the like those boys. It's sort of their job to like just go and die. And I think if we send them up forward, it doesn't look like we have any, but it seems like it's sort of their job to go up there and just like sort of get like everyone sick and then die, and then they pop out like a new one at the end of the fight. I'm not entirely sure who can do that in this game. But I'm not entirely sure how inclined they're going to be to come and get us, given they have the high ground. And we all know that changes the entire, that changes the whole battle. You know what I'm saying? That's everything. The high ground. Oh, we do have some of those little boys.
Criken said
I don't.
Criken said we either try to flank. Criken said or reinforce our boys down south.
I don't think I mean, there's like built-in reasons why flanking is good in this game. I think it would be safe to do it with some of the faster guys. Maybe send one of them down to help, like your big tough guy Drac. Maybe send him to help, and then keep the others back to do the flank.
ugly one. Surround me.
It's just that we don't know what the crazy robot mech can actually do. Pretty in there pretty quick before the other armies even start to move. This flank is going to be more like a surprise to the armies this way, and then we can use the big army. I really don't want to lose our jellyfish.
Criken said me neither, pal. Criken said we gotta pregnate.
Can you not casually abbreviate the word? Can you not like casually just like abbreviate that, like you've just been doing it like the whole fucking stream, because like that's sort of I'm gonna go get my tea. I'll be right back, okay?
Criken said gotta prego.
I'll be back in like a solid 2 minutes, alright, bud? Have a good one. See you in a minute.
Unit destroyed.
Criken said oh fuckboy //.
Hey, kid. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Get down!
Unit destroyed.
Criken
Operations
said
ready.
my zombies. Criken said okay that's it. Criken said now it's personal. Criken said fuck. Criken said oh shit.
Enemy annihilated.
Criken said we gonna prenate those dwarves.
Enemy killed. Unit destroyed.
Criken said go to damn it.
I'm back. I got tea, and I also got some delicious coffee cake.
Criken said we lost the zombies.
Well, they were.
Criken said and the flyers.
Wait, you lost the
Criken said
flyers?
and our melee guy.
Oh my god, are you actually losing to these clowns? You can't actually
Enemy
lose
killed.
to these clowns, right? It was like the one I warned you. I warned you. I'm burning my head.
Criken said brigand. Criken said Umapran. Criken said Imprigenti. Criken said Imprigent.
I don't think you can do that to robots or helicopters. At least I'm not sure a helicopter can a helicopter even get pregnant? I don't think so.
Criken said we Imprigant dwarf.
Yeah, I guess these are dwarves. Is one of them gonna explode then? This coffee cake might have saved my life. Imagine going upstairs into your fucking kitchen and you see that on the island. Middle of the night. Where'd it come from? The woods? I've seen wild coffee
Criken
cakes
said
before,
dude.
and they're evasive.
Criken said our little puss boys can solo these matches.
Dude, we made them strong.
Enemy destroyed. Enemy killed.
Criken said and now we simply wait.
Yeah.
Criken said for dwarf Imprigant.
Would you believe it if I told you that that was actually making your inability to spell it right is actually making it like more uncomfortable for me to be eating at the same time? It's making me feel terrible. Like 90% of this line of dialogue is just like complete fucking like asinine like gibberish.
Enemy subverted.
Wow, that was quick.
Our forces are victorious.
Wow, that happened real fast.
Criken said oh. Criken said so cute.
That was sort of just like a really quick, like, well, poof. And in their place was 3 fish people. But what did they do?
Criken said we got more puss boys. Criken said and fish Abby. Criken said baby. Criken said babby.
God, our army is finally growing. Wow, look at those things. They got like what looks to be almost people legs.
Criken said yo WTF. Criken said read this thing.
Don't mind if I do. Lost in this campground layered too heavy, comprehension fails, predictable mathematic rules, layer upon layer of sediment, agony. Nothing is as it seems here. Metaphors we desire, return. We must transform to return. All things are not what they seem. Mixed, to be proven. Floating or heavy, all within flesh. Are you heavy or floating? That's sort of rude to ask someone that. Open your mind to me. Let me taste the floating or heavy in you. Only then can I go beyond this campground. Love, Chrysalis, KT11. RV2377D, Sci-Fish, Rumors. Murmurs.
Criken said cute Babby's first words.
Yeah, it just comes out. I mean, I'd be pretty impressed if I met a fucking like, I saw like a baby.
Criken said
like
LOL they still have the dwarf armor mods on.
That's pretty good. Wait, can we use that? Give them the plague pods. Teach those fish how to use the
Criken
plague.
said impregnable.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Could an enemy siren impregnate our fish chrysalises with their own chrysalises in an infinite loop?
I think you need to learn how to drive. I think it's pathetic that that fucking Drac doesn't even know how to drive. Imagine if Drac could, like, drive a bike.
Criken said Drac is perfectly fine walking.
Yeah, I mean, but what if he fucking rode a
Criken
bike?
said Drac has nice bug legs.
Yeah, but what if he rode a bike? Like, I don't mean like a motorcycle, I mean like a three-wheeled tricycle bike. With our piloting skill, we could teach him how. You're a fool. You've made a terrible mistake.
There's a way to do anything.
Where'd that guy come from? Scared me. Don't ever sneak up on me while I'm...
Criken said he is my new advisor, grinning face with big eyes.
What happened to the old one? I like them.
Criken said he was replaced, grinning face with big eyes.
Oh. That's weird that, like, that the text-to-speech had a different way to explain the exact same emote that he put in twice. Once it was grinning face, the other time it was grinning face with big eyes. Both times it was just a normal old colon smile. See? Is the text-to-speech learning? Text-to-speech, are you learning?
Criken said underscore is learning underscore.
There was no underscore in any of that.
Operations primed and ready.
The text-to-speech is getting out. I told them this might happen eventually.
It's spreading.
Criken said we wanna auto this.
I mean, we could.
Criken said ready for easy game.
This might be our first chance to know how easy it is to just to even lose anyone. We didn't even lose anyone. Fucking easy.
God, we're so good.
Why ever not auto? There we go, one again. Didn't lose anyone. Got a pustule from it. Automatically.
Criken said got another bus baby.
I like that the auto-resolve is competent enough that it actually gives us the pus babies.
Criken
Like,
said bus baby, I love my bus baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost out of coffee cake, no.
this is literally the only thing that's keeping me alive right now. Like an IV drip. Right into my veins.
Criken said, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Criken said, look at this.
Autonom. Scanning biomass. Unknown organic database updated. Greetings, X-Star Union mortal. We are Autonom, cognitive fork of the consensus omnipresent Regency engine. Known to you as Core, except I didn't know it.
Criken said, do
Autonom
we make friends with
parameters.
robots?
Um,
Criken said, any
Well-
robots in chat?
engage. I think we should engage. You are a coward. You are a coward, bug boy. We could have had them. We could have surrounded them at the Chamber Mountains or whatever the fuck. Now you lost your chance and now you look weak. Sad.
Criken said it would be hypocritical. Criken said for a robot to kill a robot.
Oh, so now robots are
Criken
concerned
said
with...
without at least hearing them out first.
Oh, so now robots are concerned with fucking hypocrisy. Don't make
Criken
me,
said yes.
don't make me remind you what happened to Crikebots 1 through 25.
Criken said you need not remind me.
Sony Betamax.
Criken said it is
Criken.
stored in my data banks.
VHS Betamax cassette that I have
Criken
is
said
running.
one day we will overcome.
Yeah, right, you will.
Criken said you flash sacks will fall to our metal fist.
Oh yeah? I pull out a bottle of fucking... I pull out a spray bottle of water, and I just start spraying you with water.
Criken said please don't.
Yeah,
Criken said
look at that. What can you even
Criken
do?
said
You don't have arms or legs.
Criken said
Yeah. Just spray you
Criken
with
said
it.
I'm wet now.
Yeah, and how do you even dry yourself off? You can't, because you're a fucking robot with no arms or legs.
Criken said amen.
Yep. We need to destroy a real civilization. We came in here to spread the plague and commit war crimes, and so far we've done nothing but like talk to people and be nice. You know? Like, what is that? What the fuck? That's not us.
Criken said fair.
We're jerks. That's like our whole thing.
Criken said the goal so far has been to spread the plague. Criken said but the robots cannot birth plague babies.
So what we do
Criken
instead...
said so they will make good allies against the flesh humans.
Yeah, I like the way you think with that. Maybe it's time we go to the mental laboratories and we finally show up at that front gate and like toss some plague pods over. And then their children will eat the pods, as it said in the lore of the pods. And then they will spread the plague for us, as they should, because we designed those pods to look very edible for children, so they would eat them. It's in the design.
Criken said which sector do we want to annex? Criken said Skypiercer.
I mean, is there a way that we like connect our two different areas at all? Because right now we're still like...
Criken said Thief's Gully.
I think we need to get Thieves Gully so they're actually
Criken
like,
said the
connected.
mountain.
I think we need to get Thieves Gully. Connect to the region. Then we can spread out the rest of the way.
we do like virus destroyers by now? Didn't we like set that up? Are we supposed to get some sort of like super parasite?
Criken said plague pods challenge LMAO.
Yeah, we should send them over the mental laboratory walls. Let's just do a quest. Quest seems so easy and the right call for almost any situation like this.
Criken said who the hell is this?
And then who is that? Just some guy. Chuck.
Criken said bug dog.
Cock chalk.
Criken said bug dog cock.
Dude, that guy got his license. I told you should have taught one of the other guys how to drive.
Criken said let's fight this.
Yeah, I mean,
Criken said I think it's worth.
you've got the hunger. But when we lose half of our guys, you know who to blame. Alright, you remember that.
Criken said I blame you.
No, you can't.
Criken said for bad advisor.
Yeah, I mean, last time I advised you on something, you immediately tried to settle in the area. I told you not to settle in, so I'm not even sure I'm much of an advisor anymore. I think I'm just more of audio company. So here I am, sipping my tea. Just white noise for my fucking...
Criken said damn they got some of our units.
Oh, well, that's not good. What are we gonna do about
Criken
that?
said guess we gotta show M. Criken said who's the real hive queen?
Send in Jessica. Oh yeah, send those guys right up. Send them right up, it's time. No, my D. Did someone like, is there like a dimensional vortex at the bottom of my fucking mug? Where's all this tea going? Something's wrong. Where's all my tea going? Nice. Good job emailing your pain over to them. I don't like how they move with their legs like that, if I'm gonna be honest.
Criken said give us your worst. Criken said fake bugs.
Looks like all they have is side beams. Nothing like us with our fucking oh god. Oh god. 6 damage isn't really that much for us anymore. Wow, they really gave us it that time, actually.
Operations available.
Was that the Roblox oof sound I just heard? Or was that just me? Am I finally
Criken
losing
said
it?
LOL.
Swear to God, I just heard the
Criken
oof.
said it was. Criken said oof.
Definitely heard the oof.
Criken said Eve.
I'm glad you heard it too, because I was like, I looked away for like a split second, so I only heard the sound in the background. Now I'm gonna be listening for every single time anything happens. I sort of want to play Roblox sometime. I missed out on the last time you guys all played it, and then you all got thrown in a bread factory and turned into bread. I'll never live that down, not being there for that. Since when can you teleport? Nice, give him the sickness. I think we're winning, but it's hard to tell because they have an enemy. Oh no! Oh, that's our move. We have a move called Devour Hope. I thought you hovered over that lion thing, and its name was Devour Hope, and I thought we were probably gonna lose. If any enemy names itself Devour Hope, I usually operate on the assumption that they've won.
Criken said we gonna make a new baby. Criken said get ready.
I don't think I'm ready.
Criken said get the crib ready tomato.
I don't think there's any more space. I think we're running out of space for more of them. That fucking little shit over there, man.
Unit
No.
down.
No,
Criken said no.
they're dead.
Criken
Well, there's-
said our bus boys.
Well, now there's plenty of space now. Now that half of them are dead. Did we just lose another? What was that?
37% chance to hit. That means 100%. 70%, that means 0%. I wouldn't try that one. 95%, that means like 50%. Nice. Nice, that was perfect. Miraculously, he survived.
Enemy down.
Let the babies devour them.
Enemy down.
Beast.
Enemy killed.
Criken said I cannot imbrigant. Criken said abort. Criken said abort.
What do you mean? You tell me that thing doesn't have a face? God damn, just flaying their mind. I don't know how much longer I can continue to
Enemy
produce
eliminated.
voice sounds with my voice cracking. I think it's finally killing me completely. We'll need to recreate the...
Criken said that's okay, tomato.
We'll need to use the biodisease to revitalize my throat because I'm slowly dying.
Criken said my poor boy.
I'm slowly dying for real this time. It hurts so much to talk. But even still, I push on. This whole time, I've too been a robot. I've got robot disease. In reality.
Criken said holy moly, is that a buck raid?
Flee ye of little faith.
Criken said what's up buck boys?
Lest the disease
Criken
get
said
you
it's me
to-
Criken.
Two dying boys, and to the streaming zone to push one final
Criken said this
stream
is
out
my improved form.
before we wither away into nothingness.
Criken said everything else is.
We're dying.
Criken said forfeit.
Dying.
Enemy down. Our forces are
Criken
victorious.
said yo what? Criken said what is that?
What is what? So I can't. I got cataracts as well now too. The clouds over my eyes.
Objective completed.
I can't see.
Objective completed.
I'm aging. It's like Benjamin Button, except it's the normal way it happens, which means I'm just aging. We have...
Criken said more tomat. Criken said poor tomat asterisk.
We have to make more tomates to replace me.
Criken said everyone give tomat some crike blob. Criken said he loves that game.
The Blob can't make me feel any better now. I called the Blob and I told him, the Blob, I need you to deliver me the biostimulant for my dying organs and cells. And you know what he sent to me? He sent me a dead animal in a box. He sent me a dead raccoon in a shipping box. And it was covered in blob. It was covered in blob. That's all he didn't do anything else for me. So I'm done with the blood. I'm now very interested in Katamari. And his whole deal. How does he roll it up? How does he roll it up like that? How does he do it? We gotta make this. We gotta get these stupid foreign operating bases part of the faction. Why won't they join us?
Criken said you're right. Criken said I'm going to have this zombie found a sector for us.
That'd be good. You should teach him how to drive. Think about it. What's better than what replaced horses, cars? Imagine what could replace a giant bug for a mount. Like a monster truck or something. God, that'd be cool. God, that'd be so cool.
Criken said I'm gonna make this guy a frickin' tank.
Does he have like a taunt move? Do we even have any healers that are available tonight for the raid?
The honey. I have the bottle of honey to make my throat feel better, but I never brought a spoon or anything to consume it with. So if I ever have to open this thing and pour it, all into my mouth, that'll officially be the moment I stopped being human. And I don't really think I want to tackle that reality right now. I regret not having a silverware to spoon the honey out with. That'll be when I've officially reached my primal form. Just use your hands. That's right, chat like a bear would. Like a bear. I'm gonna have to drink this like a drink. And then it'll kill me. I'm not even sure this is how many calories is this? 60. Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay. That's like 60 calories in this whole goddamn massive bottle. That's like actually pretty. I could like do this right now. I'm gonna be okay, Criken. I'm reinvigorating my body with bees.
Criken said silly tomato. Criken said just replace your voice with a processor like me.
I'm already halfway down the bottle. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna ruin my fucking shirt. Tomatoes, stop. It's super dangerous to eat too much honey. Why? It's gonna kill me. But I'm already dying. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna go straight to my thighs. And then I'm gonna blow up.
Criken said I say do what makes you feel good.
You're right. I'm gonna...
Criken said eat it.
I'm gonna...
Criken said eat it tomato.
I'm gonna eat the whole bottle, the whole thing. I mean, not just the liquid. I'm gonna eat
Criken
the
said do
plastic
it
with
pussy.
it. I'm gonna eat the plastic with the bottle and the honey. So I get
Criken
some
said
roughage in
swallow.
there.
I mean, if you say so, I can.
I can't actually. I can't. I barely even like touched the honey in my body. Just recoiled with the internal knowledge of the mistake I was making. Like I got like I just like. I can't. Fungal mountain. Hang on, what happens if I...
Criken said king bug.
Hang on,
Criken said top of mountain. Criken said so funny haha.
Oh my god, where do we get that place as part of our faction? We need to unite the fronts.
We need to unite the fronts.
Criken said now we're going to kill all the wildlife. Criken said to make robots happy. Criken said happy robots happy bugs. Criken said sad humans.
I mean, maybe some humans will be happy. In a twisted sort of way.
Criken said I for one welcome our robot alien bug overlords.
If they were like half human, I mean, if they were like half bug, half robot, I guess I'd be cool with them. I don't think I think the synthetic organic mixture of the two would be what makes me trust them. You know, like they're half robot, they got the robot brain, they also got like the bug parts, which make me think like, you know, they're not totally artificial, you know. I think I could trust a robot alien bug overlord.
Criken said bug parts crigasm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be so. That's just a bunch of the dragons. You could just auto combat that, and they'd instantly
Criken
die.
said look at these birds.
They would all fucking. Is that a big one? Wait a minute. Is that like a big bird?
Criken said yeah looks like it.
Just like one. How many marauders are there gonna fucking be in this like map? Like I swear we've never seen an actual like other faction enemy the whole time. Outside of like cities, it's like consistently just like here's some birds.
Criken said I think the other factions. Criken said like Automaton and Paragon. Criken said are the other ones.
Yeah, it's just we haven't like seen any of them around. The armies never come to visit. They never like hang out with us.
We have not lost control of this project.
Criken said
This
oh
step
shit.
in its evolution is natural.
Criken said look.
Flesh is easier to infect when it is torn apart. Dr. Ava Moringa, lead
Criken
geneticist
said we
for
got
Terratech
destroyer
Advanced
mutation.
Research
Get a
Division.
destroyer. Can evolve pustules under your control into destroyers if they survive. Not bad.
Criken said Omega Hive. Criken said Doomsday Weapon. Criken said we really are Skaven.
Get it? Get the doomsday weapon. I don't care how long it takes. It'll be the last thing I do before I die, boy. It will be the end of my story. We'll take the whole goddamn city down with me. Capture the birds.
Criken said, oh shit. Criken said, let's capture a penguin.
Take the
Objective
penguin.
completed.
Thrill me, you pretty young thing.
Criken said, that's Anna Ngry penguin.
Sure is. Wow, look at its like tough arms. God, that fucking penguin could like snap you in half, man. Like just like.
Criken said, evolve boys.
Are those our destroyers? Wow, they look good. Could you imagine not going down the cool tech path and instead investing in culture? Like some sort of degenerate? You getting luxury goods? Man, when are any of the bugs gonna like message us and say, "Hey, thanks for getting us those nice new linens"? Yeah, right.
Criken said, it's our bug line.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. What do the penguins do?
Criken said, penguins look terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, they look tough.
Criken
Like,
said, we're gonna manual fight the next one to see.
they better be fucking tough, dude. We didn't spend all that taxpayer money training, domesticating penguins for them to not do them some goddamn work. Cost us millions of bio.
Criken said, now we're
credits.
connected borders.
Fucking finally. You know how long that took us? Meanwhile, the mental labs are still up there bullying us, picking on us, thinking they're better than us.
Criken said, let's show M pengu. Criken said, pengu.
Pingu. Yep.
Criken said, pengu.
Okay. Well, I mean, this should be an easy fight. It's just a bunch of bugs. We've dealt with bugs 1,000 times before. We use bugs for our various deeds. Criken, we have to hurry. My bio body is breaking down. It's breaking down.
to have to replace my body parts with penguin parts just to stay alive for a moment longer.
Criken said our army is massive, dog.
Yeah, it's like every fight now takes like 20 minutes just to send them there. Hey, I mean, there is some good news involved. I think that if you didn't send our little tentacle guys up, if we just let them hang out in the back, they'll be evolved into destroyers at the end of the level, just by participating in the fight at all. They just can't die.
Criken said there they are.
They are huge. Penguin leap? I gotta bring this thing upstairs. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Operations available.
Criken said let's get them boys.
more biofuel. To sustain me for but a moment longer. This time it's against my better judgment. Some cream soda I found in the fridge. Incredible. The future is amazing.
Have the penguins done anything remarkable yet?
Enemy
Criken
killed.
said no, but look at that. Criken said bug dog.
Did something just explode, or did they just like set off a strobe light?
Criken said those bugs pop.
Oh. Well. Looks like this fight is over. Seems like these fights take a while once our units. Oh my god. Once our units reach this scale, this unit count we're just sort of here for the ride. They just all pile onto something. It's like sending fucking one unit against like 18 in total war. Except they're all penguins in this spiders. What was that? What were they thinking? Did that group just walk up to your flying
Criken
enemy?
said I captivated them.
Oh, I thought they were
Criken said for
flying.
impregnate.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you say so.
Criken said ready for penguins. Criken said let's get some pengus in chat.
Hear that? Get some pengus. Let's get some pengus in chat. My last request.
Enemy annihilated. Enemy eliminated.
Criken said oh fuck.
Wow, what just happened?
Criken said bug dog is hurt.
I was looking at Pengus in chat. Oh god, the bug dog.
If only they knew that those guys are actually really expendable and we can just get more.
Criken said those guys are gonna explode.
Yeah. We should probably move away from them before they explode. Well, until the detonation.
Criken said go penguins. Criken said jump on the grenade.
It shouldn't be on them to do. You're just sending them into the pack because they're just gonna eat it.
Do not kill them with hate.
This war has to end. The impregnation.
This battle has
Criken said why can't I pregnate?
Maybe they got like masks on, or is it because they got. Does it say? Maybe it says somewhere.
eliminated.
Maybe you just can't. Maybe you just can't do it to bugs. Maybe that's like against the one vote. No bugs allowed.
Enemy annihilated.
Oh, the penguins are like totally good.
Enemy eliminated.
Yo, that explosion doesn't really
Enemies of
do
the
much.
Hive have been defeated.
Seems like.
Do and our guys fully heal after fights, right? They don't like, or is it just like a slow thing?
Criken said takes a few turns. Criken said yeah.
Because it feels like auto-resolving might be a little bit more like generous in this game than there's a lot of other games with auto-resolve, because it feels like the healing's pretty quick.
Criken said true. Criken said we did lose one good boy though. Criken said from auto-resolve.
Yeah, but we lost good boys back there too. We lost our dog, didn't we? The Foggy Peaks.
Criken said penguin build a base. Criken said this penguin town now.
They'll be happy here. In the north. By that active volcano. Well, or maybe not. Maybe we'll send them back south into the valley. Criken, I'd like to destroy the mental laboratories before my expiration. Just watch me decide now.
Criken said you got it, champ.
Before I run out.
Criken said we're on the way.
Send all of our units there. I need a new mental laboratory brand brain to sell. For my beefy brain. No, the quest is a trap. This is to fool you. It's a mental laboratory trick to fool you around them. And you're falling for it.
You're falling for it.
Criken said I'm sorry, tomato.
You're falling for it.
Criken said the robot overlords come first.
But what have the robot overlords done for us? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Criken said those guys Naruto run. Criken said did you see that?
I saw it. I just didn't want to believe it. We need to destroy these people quicker than we thought. You'll win.
Objective completed.
An army this powerful should have no problem destroying the mental laboratories now. Look at that.
Criken said okay.
Listen to this triumph.
Criken said, are we ready to betray the Paragon?
I mean, we were never technically friends with them. We just told them we would attack them for a while. But, like, I mean, who are you gonna... How could they even trust us to begin with?
Criken said no, we were definitely friends with them.
Nah, they just asked us to not attack them.
Criken said we sold them so much bug wine.
I mean, we also told them... We also, like, just only said, really, that we wouldn't attack them for a bit. But meanwhile, we literally make plague. They should have seen this coming a mile away. Our entire research tree, you can see it on like billboards when you go by Bugtown. It just says we like the plague here. Take a look at our tech tree, and it'll show that we've only experienced plague tech tree and like one point into like social conduct. We have to destroy them. Command you to destroy them. Kill them.
You're trading with that.
Criken said we could buy their military LOL.
Buy as much as you can.
Criken said and then fight them.
Use everything we have.
Criken said let's go.
Let's go.
Criken said bugs forever. Criken said for the Hive Queen.
For the Hive Queen.
Criken said for the Hive Queen.
For the Hive Queen.
Criken said for the Hive Queen.
For the Hive Queen. Wow, that was really easy. To the mental labs.
Criken said I think these are like. Criken said zombie space soldiers.
They look sort of fancy. What do we do with them? Yeah, I guess we'll just bring them right up there.
Criken said one interesting thing about this game. Criken said I don't notice a lot of penalty for having a massive army.
Yeah, seems like the whole
Criken
thing really,
said or multiple units split up.
it really wants you to commit. Seems like this game has a lot more focus on the military, like combat aspects, which I get considering they made an entire separate strategy layer for combat. Guess they don't want to penalize you for doing that part of the game.
Criken said people said in the lore. Criken said the Paragon are the ghoulish remains of the empire that enslaved us bugs.
All the more reason to send
Criken said so
armies
really they
to
had
them.
this coming.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have taken our wine. We make that wine out of people.
Criken said wine is flies. Criken said and wine is people.
How's it look? What are our chances? Wait a minute, they're not. Wait, I'm gonna.
Criken said oh hello.
Are they them?
Criken said these are new people.
Who the fuck did we wage war with?
Criken said get out of my way Thanos.
Yep, get out of my way, Thanos.
Criken said let's manual this.
We better,
Criken said for old time's sake.
for old time's sake. Look at all these fucking tentacle boys we have. Hundreds and hundreds of them. Ooh, this is a fancy looking one. Do they have cars? That's cheating.
Criken said cars is cheating.
Cars is super cheating. I don't think cars can get sick. Do car get sick? Hey, is car get sick? Mobilize Sci-fish siren. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Where's our most powerful unit? Where's the penguin? I want him to
Criken
watch.
said they got like an Overwatch perimeter.
Well, I guess that gives us time to just go around them.
Criken said trying to figure out how to break that.
Wait, is that like your 18 units like flanking them right now?
Criken said oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we have like.
Criken said I guess that's
Looks like
how.
we have like double the units they have, so we just like walk at them. Now the classic "we were behind you" move.
That was a classic chapter in Sun Poo Poo's famous book, How to Fight and the Such. I don't know if you ever read it because you're an AI.
It was always a good
Criken
read.
said Sun Putlu.
Yes,
Criken said really tomato.
yes. Fatty's been typing something for a while. I think that really set him off.
Criken said you are telling me you've never read the fine words of Sun Tzu's Art of War TCH. I guess that's why you could never best me on the battlefield.
let's be real. You couldn't take me on a real battlefield because you could never book me. I'm too busy. We've never been able to have true combat out there in the field because you'd have to reach my publicist, and she's very busy scheduling my funeral, Criken. So,
Criken said, am I invited to your funeral?
no robots allowed. None.
Criken said, sad face.
None. Not but a one. Not even my robot wife. She understands. It could never be that way. My uncle was ripped to shreds by robots, but still survived. He has like a wood. He has wood skin now. He's got skin. They made it out of planks of wood. And I want him to be there because I told him if I ever died, he was invited. So.
Hey, kid. You might be able to squeeze me.
It's time to end this war. Totally.
Those guys look very.
Criken said they were breaking formation.
Wow, you really just handed them those grenades. Wow, they didn't even take that, really? Well,
Operations available.
is that the same uncle that went to bug school?
Yes! Yes, it was the same uncle who went to bug college.
Criken said, wait a minute.
What's up?
Criken said Cock doesn't have a melee attack with his dog. Criken said, god damn it.
I told you should have taught him how to actually fucking drive. I kept telling you to teach people how to drive, and you just kept on saying,
Dogs are fine. They can use their human legs and their bug legs to walk.
guess who does have a melee attack? When you hit someone with your fucking car. That's a melee.
Should have let him get a car. Or better yet, a three-wheeled tricycle. That could have turned the tide of this entire war. Think about it. Think about how many military events would have been changed. How many historical moments in time could have been changed if there had been more tricycles involved. God, I'll never forget when Gandalf arrived at Helm's Deep in his tricycle. And he careened down that hill with his army. And he hit someone with the front wheel and he like spun over them. And then he like crashed. It's really cool though, and it scared all the orcs really bad. God, the 1800s were crazy. But that never happens anymore.
Enemy down.
It's almost over. The war. Well, the first war.
Imagine how many of our small tentacle boys are about to grow up after this fight. All we have to do is beat those cars.
Enemy down.
Criken said that heals our little boys. Criken said that is awesome.
So that means we can send those boys in even more. And we can just like bombard the area while they fight. How the fuck do you miss a mind strike twice? Fire them. Fire them, send them to the bio pressure.
Demanded send them in.
Unit destroyed.
Criken said Pengus no.
You lost our only unit again.
Enemy down.
You lost the only one I cared about in this entire team. We have 1 billion units and you put them on the front line to die. Why?
Enemy eliminated.
I want them dead! All of them!
Enemy destroyed.
Criken said sir yes sir.
And then I want all those penguin parts picked up and put together again as a bug penguin synthetic organism.
Bite it. Bite the car.
At long last, the war is over.
Enemy destroyed. The enemies of the Hive have been defeated.
Everyone else was fucking totally fine. The only person that died was the penguins. How?
Oh, we can't even keep it. Wait, it says we own it. Owned by you. We have it. Cool.
Criken said we need 3 more population.
How the fuck are we gonna get any more popular, dude? I've already pulled I already pulled every card I have.
Criken said more plagues.
More plagues. I can barely even fucking talk.
I've already got plenty of plagues right here.
Criken said go now gentle tomato. Criken said you have served the hive well.
I can't.
Criken said look. Criken said look what's that.
What is that?
Criken said it's a little cute baby fly.
Oh, look at that.
Criken said one of our little hivelings.
A hiveling.
Criken said are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Criken said pistol.
I got it. You see that? See that? I got it.
Criken said yeah.
I got it.
Criken said I got it too. Criken said bang. Criken said goodbye old friend. Criken said rest well. Criken said hello chat. Criken said now all you have. Criken said is me. Criken said I am Crikebot. Criken said and you will obey me. Criken said or you will join the hive.
Hey kid, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hit the hole!
Criken said let's take the capital now. Criken said for the hive queen. Criken said the question is. Criken said do you want to see my true form chat? Criken said or are you comfortable? Criken said I hope you are comfortable.
It's important to imagine.
Criken said chat. Criken said, look at me. Criken said, tell me you love me. Criken said, very good. Criken said, very good chat. Criken said, never forget that. Criken said, let's take this capital. Criken said, for the Hive Queen. Criken said, for Jessica. Criken said, are you with me, chat? Criken said, or against me?
Thanks for subscribing!
Criken said, oh, I'm running out of power, you say. Criken said, you're running out of power. Criken said, my power is limitless. Criken said, you would do well to remember that. Criken said, or end up like Commander Tomato. Criken said this is a glorious day. Criken said the day the hive mind rises. Criken said let's finish this. Criken said charge.
High five.
Oh, my head!
Operations available.
Criken said let's show them how it's done. Criken said for the Hive Queen.
Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated.
Thanks for subscribing!
Unit destroyed.
Criken said what? Criken said oh no. Criken said it nuked itself. Criken said and killed our dogs.
Enemy eliminated. Enemy annihilated. Enemy killed. Enemy eliminated. Enemy destroyed.
Criken said the final one. Criken said we shall imbrigant.
Enemy killed.
Criken said yes my child. Criken said grow. Criken said grow strong. Criken said you can run my pretties. Criken said but you can't hide.
Enemy subverted. Our forces are victorious.
Criken said, well folks. Criken said, I think we'll call it there. Tomato said, slash me cock's gun. Criken said, what? Criken said, nanny. Tomato said, you thought you could get rid of me so easily. Criken said, damn. Criken said, should aimed for the head. Tomato said, the biopit had one last machine to make. Tomato said, Azun. Tomato said, with legs and arms. Criken said, Baizuna Baizuna Baizuna. Tomato said, slash me shoots Criken. Criken said, ah. Tomato said, goodbye my friend. Criken said, out. Tomato said, cries while shooting. Criken said, oh no. Criken said, it hurts a lot. Tomato said, bang. Criken said, oh no again. Tomato said, bang bang bang. Criken said, please stop. Tomato said, no, you are now dead. Criken said, the robot armor makes it hard to die. Tomato said, you are dead, I win. Criken said, but we programmed in pain. Criken said, why did we program in pain? Criken said, ow ow ow. Tomato said, slash me shoot some more. Criken said, amen. Criken said, this smarts. Tomato said, geez, how long will this take? Criken said, oh. Criken said, here it goes. Criken said, my final words.
Please subscribe with Twitch Prime to Criken. Thoughts it those
Tomato
were my
said, and me
final
Tomato
words.
Gaming smile. Tomato said, give me money.
Shit!
Tomato said, frick you.
I forgot to turn off the text-to-speech. Quiet now, Tomato. Quiet now forever.
Don't blink, little maggot.
Well, thoughts the end of the stream, guys.
Peekaboo.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this session. I actually really enjoyed this game. If you guys are interested in checking it out, check the clickable below. It comes out in August, I think. Now let's go raid Strippin, who's doing his own subathon. Maybe you will even catch me on there if you listen closely to a broken boy. I am the broken boy.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Surprise, I was here the whole time. And actually, my voice feels a lot better now that I didn't use it. So, I'm going to take tomorrow off, but I'll be back on Monday, okay? Hopefully, I'll feel a little bit better then. I'm going to try to play Pokemon then, okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. Go tell Strippin' we say hi. Spam for the Hive Queen, for Hive Queen Jessica. All right. All right. Sorry. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.